Western medicine supports traditional Chinese medicine. The yin and yang of Jueyin determine life and death. Anyone with basic knowledge of medicine or biology would be aware that mitochondria, the cell's organelles, are the primary sites for synthesizing adenosine triphosphate, ATP, the energy currency of life. Known as the powerhouse of the cell, mitochondria provide the chemical energy required for cellular activities. In addition to powering the cell, mitochondria also play a role in processes such as cell differentiation, intracellular signaling, and apoptosis. They regulate cell growth and the cell cycle, highlighting their critical importance to life. Thus, it's no surprise when I share the following 3 facts with you. 1. Flying birds have more mitochondria in their breast muscle cells than non-flying birds. 2. Athletes' muscle cells contain more mitochondria than those of sedentary individuals. 3. Cultured cells show that younger cells have more mitochondria than aging or diseased cells. These examples underscore key relationships: exercise and oxygen energy and consumption, youth and aging. The number of mitochondria varies significantly across cell types. Some cells contain just a few mitochondria, while others may house thousands. On average, a cell contains about 300–400 mitochondria. Which cells have the most mitochondria? The number of mitochondria in a cell depends on its metabolic activity. The higher the activity, the more mitochondria are needed. Cells in highly active organs, such as the brain, muscles, and heart, naturally possess more mitochondria. For instance, liver cells contain 1,000–2,000 mitochondria. This aligns with the Huangdi Neijing's description of the liver as the general of the body, responsible for planning and strategy. Like a general, the liver is energy-intensive and carries a heavy workload. Naturally, when the liver loses its temper, it can be a force to reckon with. Mitochondrial inheritance, from mother to child. Interestingly, mitochondria are almost exclusively inherited from the mother. In mammals, after fertilization, the egg cell destroys the sperm's mitochondria. Research in Western medicine shows that mitochondria containing mtDNA from the father are tagged with ubiquitin, marking them for destruction within the embryo. Only the mother's mitochondria are retained. In this light, one could say that the innate vitality of a person is largely determined by their mother's energy, not their father's. Connecting mitochondria to traditional Chinese medicine, TCM. By now, you might be wondering, what does all this have to do with TCM? The answer is, everything. The Huangdi Neijing states, the yin and yang of Jueyin determine life and death. So, what is Jueyin? It refers to the deepest, most core, and most crucial layer of the human body. On a cellular level, this corresponds to the mitochondria, the most fundamental unit of energy, information, and material flow within the body. Diseases at this Jueyin level, which involve the yin and yang of mitochondria, are often the hardest to treat. Resolving and expelling pathogenic factors at this foundational level requires navigating through multiple layers of transformation. The renowned physician Zhang Zhongjing described the 6 stages of disease transmission, moving from superficial to deeper layers: Taiyang, Shaoyang, Yangming, Taiyin, Shaoyin, Jueyin. If we liken the body to a house with a yard, it's as if an intruder moves from the yard into the house, through the living room, into the bedroom, and finally takes over the master's bed. This progression reflects the deepening and evolution of disease. Treatment often involves reversing this path, expelling the invader from the Jueyin, back through the Shaoyin, Taiyin, and so on, until it exits via the Taiyang layer. This can be complex and challenging, but it is the necessary process for resolving severe diseases. For those familiar with TCM, a Taiyang condition refers to a superficial disease, such as a cold. In severe illnesses, the final resolution often involves releasing pathogenic factors through the Taiyang layer. For example, in cancer treatment, as the disease is gradually resolved layer by layer, the patient may unexpectedly develop a severe cold. After the cold, they may find that their cancer has healed. Bridging Eastern and Western medicine. From this perspective, Western research on mitochondria provides powerful support for TCM theories. The yin and yang of Jueyin, as described in the Huangdi Neijing, indeed determine life and death. As a healing art focused on preserving life, TCM naturally devotes significant effort to addressing this fundamental layer.